Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to show you how to apply foil gel glue. It's a quick and easy tutorial, and I just want to show you that there's so many ways you can use foils. Literally it's endless. Just have a play and have fun with it. So the foil gel I'm using is Eel Nail Systems. You need to cure it for 30 seconds, let it cool down for 5 or 10 seconds, and then you're ready to go. So as all gels, or like all gels, you go in with a real thin coat of foil gel glue. Now you need to make sure you apply this to everywhere that you want the foil to stick, otherwise obviously you're going to have gaps and it won't stick. So a nice thin layer, and cure it for 30 seconds. So I'm going to show you a full cover foil first of all. When you do get foils, they come generally, or most of them will come either on a roll or in little boxes, and they're quite long. You get loads out of them, to be fair. So easiest way I find of using them is to just cut a section of the foil that you want to use off. Obviously if it's a patterned foil, you can choose the section that you want to cut as well. So literally you can do so much. So that's cured for 30 seconds. And cool down for a few seconds. Now what I'm going to do is apply the foil pattern side up really carefully to the nail. Now you've got to be careful, because once it's touched the glue you can't take it back up to move it, so you have to be really careful that the moment you put that foil down, that is where it's going to stay. Okay, once you've got it on there, you need to firmly but gently literally rub your foil onto your nail, making sure you don't miss any. And you'll see it'll start to show you when it's ready to lift, because it'll start to kind of lift on its own. Do not forget that cuticle area, because they are the bits that you tend to find will have patches missing because you've not actually quite rubbed it down enough. So let's see, it's pretty ready to come up in one piece. So that's your foil, and ta-da, how cool would that be on a full set of nails? Now I recommend this top coat with our foils. It really doesn't matter, you can use any top coat, but this is a rubber top coat, so it's a little bit thicker than normal. And then you just go over and top coat like normal. If you were doing acrylic, you could cap in clear. Literally just have a play. As you can see, you know when I mentioned the cuticle, I've not rubbed it in enough there. I've either not rubbed it in enough there, or I haven't actually got the foil glue there. So you do need to just be careful of that. So I'm going to show you an acrylic ombre using the foils as well. So it's just a real quick and effective way of just doing something different. So I'm going to foil gel just the area that I want to ombre. Don't need to do it all. Pop that in the lamp and cure for 30 seconds. I'm going to choose the foil that I want, so I think I'm going to go for this one. This is off this foil, which is pretty cool actually. It's a bit like a girly comic book vibe, I suppose. It seems a bit Y2K. I'll show you some that I've done with these foils before. How cute are those? They are on the website, and they are foil number 002 if it's something that you want to look for. So that's cured for 30 seconds and just cool down for around 5 seconds, and then ready to apply the foil. Literally place the foil on as you would if you were doing a full one, and exactly the same applies. Give it a good rub. You can be quite firm with it. Well, you need to be quite firm with it. Once it's kind of stuck, it's not going to move around. And it'll kind of tell you when it's ready to lift. There we go. So I do feel that that would have been more effective with one of the ones with writing on, but we'll go with it. So I'm going to go in with a nice pink acrylic and show the monomer that I'm using. Just zoom out a little bit. This monomer here. So just going to go in like you would if you were doing an ombre on, say, a colour or white, for example, and I'm going to pop my first core bead just on the join line there, feather it in to the back ready to blend, and then just feather that acrylic down ever so slightly. I say slightly because obviously you don't want to cover all of your foil design that you've just done. It would be a bit of a shame. So I can then go in with a slightly bigger bead. Build up the rest. Again, careful that I don't cover too much of that foil. Then go in with a cuticle bead. Okay. And how cool is that design? I mean, I do think you can make some really funky sets with these foils. Well, with any foils, to be fair. Now, the only thing I'm definitely going to do, because obviously it is a foil, is capping clear. So clear acrylic powder. And of course, if this was a client or an actual nail, I would have started with a clay base as well. Okay. So I'm going to cap it in clear so that obviously I can file and refine the nail without losing any of my foil or any of my blend. I don't necessarily need to bring the clear up and over the core powder because there's strength in the core powder anyway. So if I did bring the clear up and over the core powder, I might just add a bit more bulk that I don't really want to add. It depends, because you can use the core powder quite thinly if you wanted to go over and cap it in clear. You know, it's whatever works for you. So I've done a decent amount of clear there because I'd rather do a little bit too much and have to file it off than not enough and end up filing into my foil. Okay. Just to show you one that I've already done. How cute is that? So effective. And if you wanted to do it, you know, as a set, you could literally throw a bit of all sorts in there, couldn't you? You know, maybe a full pink nail, do an ombre, you've got these. Would you wear these though? A little tip on storing your foils as well, guys, is you can actually buy like business card, you know, binders that hold business cards, and each section's about this big. So they're really good just to pop each foil in, you know, so that if you're ever looking for one, you can just flick through the book and find one. Right, so acrylic now dry, so you can go in and give it a quick file and refine. I'm using a 180, it's an old one, but it's one that I use for messing around with anyway. So I always go in with the side walls first. Anybody else super rough when it comes to filing on swatches? Because I've already broken it. So I'm going to go in with a rubber, an acrylic top coat, which is more of a rubber top coat, which I like when I'm doing acrylic or anything with foil because it does protect it slightly better. And there you go. So that would be the kind of effect you can achieve on brain foils. Just have a play, guys, don't be scared, there's literally so much you can do. I hope that helped, and thanks for watching.